Richard, my Linkin Park, you are the fakest fan I've ever heard in my whole life. You don't know Reanimation, the 2002 official remix, you fake fuck? Oh, yeah, that's bad. That is bad. That's embarrassing. That's not good. They didn't put it on the album for a reason. He's doubling down. It is an album, you dumb fuck. It is an album. It's a whole separate it's an official release. Bro, oh my God. I tried to whoosh him. I tried to whoosh his ass. Hey, welcome to the broadcast on April 8th, 2026. Boy, oh boy, I'm looking fucking red. How did he become a Trumper? Bro, I'm tanned up. I got the beard and the flannel. I need to vote Trump, bro. What am I doing? I'm that angry about your fucking Linkin Park fake fanning. Anywho, no, I went on a hike today, a long ass hike, and I thought I had enough sunscreen, but I feel like I didn't. I feel like I didn't. All right, let me get the air on. It is hot as bark in here. How the hell are you? How the hell are you guys doing? Good to see you. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you in my chat on this fine Wednesday afternoon. And I sincerely mean that. Half the matter, thank you for the 36 months. Juki, thank you for the 3 months. Ron Levette, thank you for the 32. Sun Tzu. Wow, the Sun Tzu in my chat. I haven't seen you since we were kids. You were always talking about that Art of War. Did you ever write that book? Did you ever write that book you were talking about? Thank you for the 68 months. Dude Magic Flute, thank you for the prime. Big Stupid, thank you for the 7 months. Astrophage, thank you for the 48 months. Lion Wing, thank you for the 22. Are we watching The Boys tonight? Simple answer for you. Yes! We're going to watch an episode of The Boys tonight. Episode 1 of season 5. We'll be watching that tonight. Not on stream, though, on Discord, because I will get banned, because it is a brand new season. So, what we are going to do is I'm going to do a presentation about the RAMpocalypse. We're going to talk about what's going on in the fucking crazy-ass world. A little follow-up on Iran. Maybe a Slay the Spire game. This is a TBD on time. And then after that, we're going to watch The Boys. So that's the fucking plan. Bang, bong, boom. Hopefully you enjoyed. How about that Lakers score? You should play Minecraft. I won't tell you what to do in the game. You should just play Minecraft, is what I'm telling you to do. Whatever you want to do in it, it's fine, but it should be in Minecraft, is what I'm trying to tell you. Dude, I think I tuned in after stream last night and they lost by 40 and like 44. It was, and I saw people on the Lakers I'd never even seen before. I tuned in the fourth quarter and I would see people I'd never seen before. Like, they went so deep in the bench. It was bad, dude. It was bad. Watching The Boys on Discord with your closest 1,000 friends, people. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know if we'll hit 1,000, but yeah, whoever wants to watch, we can go into the thing and watch it tonight. It'll be, if you're East Coast, it's gonna be a little late. I gotta be honest with you, because we got stuff to do before we do that, but it should be fun. Gelsane L, thank you for the 45 months. Poggies missed you, Big A. Thanks, appreciate that. I'm glad to be back from China. TRS Ice Spartan, thank you for the prime. JNQIW, thank you for the 4 months. Yeah, thank you guys for the support. Appreciate you. How are you guys doing on this April 8th? You're doing unemployed. You're doing nice. You're doing okay, I guess. You're doing employed. I'm not nuked, so I'm good. Hey, that's a good way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? The glass is half full. The nuke is half empty. The silos half half full. And that means it hasn't launched. Fummy LW, they have the 21 months. Hey, Big Edge, want to let you know my invitation to your birthday party must have gotten lost in the mail, so consider this my RSVP. Can't wait to celebrate the big 200 with you. I mean, it must have gotten lost because you're all invited. I would never, ever, ever not invite a chatter to my birthday. You missed a 0, though. I'm much older than that. I have 30 years of not being nuked. I'm looking for a new experience. Guy who wants to be nuked just to feel something. No, I don't. Okay, I gotta be honest with you though. Do you think if you're like, obviously radiation poisoning sounds horrible, but if you're right next to the shockwave, doesn't it feel kind of crazy? Do you think maybe it feels kind of crazy? Like to be vapor, kind of good maybe. Like every part of your body vaporizing at once, like it's got to be cool. The sound and the light, I mean, like I felt like I got to experience that by watching Oppenheimer in IMAX. So it's got to be like that, but better, right? PDX Star, thank you for the Prime. Trump decided to call off the strikes after watching the Lakers game. Even he thought it was enough destruction for one night. Dude, fuck off, dude. Fuck off with that. That is diabolical. That is diabolical. That's so funny. Hey, thank you for the Prime Autumn Skies. Thank you for the Prime Autumn Skies. Thoughts on Claude Mythos? I'll talk about that today. You know, if you guys have seen here, I talk about it for a second. It's not a big thing, or it's not a big thing from my presentation. Look, the tech world's been abuzz with the new release of Claude Mythos, which is the next version of Claude. And they are saying that it is so much more capable than previous models, especially at hacking, that it could break all critical software that the world runs on. They're basically saying they deployed it in private and it was able to crack government agencies, banking software, et cetera, et cetera. And so they released this Project Glasswing, which is apparently they're saying, hey, if we release this now to the public, it'll break society. So we are meeting in private with all the critical infrastructures and having this project work to make sure they're safe. That's the idea. We're going to bring together Amazon Web Services, Anthropic, Apple, Broadcom, Cisco, CrowdStrike, Google, JP Morgan Chase, Microsoft, NVIDIA, yada, yada, to secure all critical software. Now, I think there is a fair pushback here that this is on some level marketing. You know, there's been a consistent theme in AI releases where every time they release, they say this one's about to fucking break everything. And it makes everyone excited and it pumps private investor numbers and it makes people want to, it's big. Again, I found this example. OpenAI says its text generating algorithm GPT-2 is too dangerous to release. This is the one before GPT-3. Do you understand? So it didn't break in a way, it kind of fucked up a lot. GPT, at least for universities, fucked up a lot of universities. But realistically, they can't say this about every single one. However, I think like most things, the truth lies somewhere in the middle. If Claude Mythos is significantly better on major benchmarks than the last Claude Claude's already pretty adept at doing a lot of this stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like, if it made hacking some things trivial. And if it did do that, then that's a problem because everyone could use it. Mythos? Mythos? Mythos. I think it's Mythos. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway. Mythos sounds stupid. But fine, whatever. Whatever. You can cut me off. Now I was in a train of thought. I should never listen to chat. I got cut off. What are we fucking talking about? What are we talking about? Okay, anyway, so TSM Mythos. TSM Mythos. We are so it's coming out, and I do think that it probably is. We're getting to the point. Actually, we're probably at the point, well past the point, where there needs to be coordination like this, and ideally some form of regulation, because the truth is the capabilities of it in everyone's hands are becoming problematic. Like you can already use current AI tools like Claude or ChatGPT to flood the zone on so many systems that used to operate on humans cannot overwhelm this. But now you can with AI. Like, we already have a problem where everything is straining and creaking under the flood of AI slop. I think more capable models really can break things we thought weren't breakable. And so, yeah, I think this Glasswing thing might be a decent idea. I think the talk around it that I've seen is like, if this is true, let's like hypothetical that this is all true, and Claude's new model is going to have that capability. At the end of the day, they're like very close to being nationalized. Like, I've seen real discussion that's like, if this thing truly is nuclear bomb level powerful, if it can like shut down electrical grids in other countries, and like, there's going to be, the government will it's not going to be holding that in a private company's hands, no matter if they have Glasswing or not. So it's interesting. I mean, if the pace of the models continues at the rate it's going, I don't know. It's spooky. But luckily, we have just the right government for the job. Red Leg Guy, thank you for the 53 months. Hey, I work in AI for cybersecurity. This seems to be pretty hyped internally and is doing some interesting and good technical things. The biggest limitation for actually using these models to hack is they have to trick it to do that. Yeah, my understanding is that they are trained in whatever way to not hack for you. Like, if you ask them to hack, they won't do it. However, people have figured out how to break down the hack request into bite-sized enough pieces and then use the models to do that, or jailbreak it in other ways. And my understanding is that like there's teams in China who have gotten incredibly fucking good at this. They've really, really maximized the ability to break down things, use LLMs. They even use other LLMs to break down requests into ways that get around. And so, I think it is something that is like moving forward pretty fast. Like, LLMs being used to hack are like insane. And so, and this model was really good at finding software vulnerabilities. So yeah, I think this Glasswing thing could be a good idea. It seems like a first step towards coordination. Look, I think we're in this mad race right now where not a single company is bothering to even stop for a second and think like, what is the damage here? Because they're so worried about getting passed by someone else. And this Glasswing is one of the first times I've seen like, hey, we're not going to release it to the public until there's something to it. There's something to it. Maybe it's Connor for the 9 months. Did you see this on your Reddit? I did, but the source is discussing film, so I wanted to look into it. But it's saying that Gen Z has become the most active cinema-going demographic. It doesn't ring true to me, but if it is true, very interesting. I'll look into it more. I'll need to find, that's like a thing that could come from a tweet and then gets fed into an article, and then an article gets quoted by someone else, and then, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen a good bit of that lately, where you trace the source back, and it's like there's no. But I'll look into it. I'll follow up because I think it'd be interesting to talk about. The kids yearn for the AMC Nicole Kidman preview. Bro, not just the kids. As millennials, we stand up and clap. We stand up and salute Nicole Kidman's iconic intro, bro. It actually unites all generations, I think. She cooked. She ate with that one. So yeah, I think the only reasonable thing to do based on this discussion is to put your life savings into AMC stock. It is down a bit, just a tad. It's down like only slightly in the past 5 years. It's only down slightly, but like this is what we call it in the industry, a buying opportunity. Okay? This is where you get your chips in early because the moon is coming. It couldn't possibly go lower. Right? The way stocks work is that when they hit this bottom line here, they bounce. And they go straight up. It's like they're elastic. So once it hits the line, it's getting close. It's going to straight to the fuck. It's physics, dude. It's just simple physics. Maybe the graph is upside down. Yeah, maybe Google got their graphs wrong. That's another good theory. I appreciate that. Anywho. On a recent stream, we were talking about weighing up of one-party systems, and here in Australia, South Australia has maintained and grown their labor majority over the years, and economic progress is up with the rest of the country. Not to say it's a flawless, but it's definitely a super interesting showcase of the positive outcome of the system. South Australia. Yeah, I think that's interesting. I wouldn't really call a state within a nation the same as a totalitarian one-party system. I wouldn't say one party having a majority in a long time in one state is the same as a totalitarian one-party system in a country, but I get sort of what you're saying. I also wouldn't say that Australia has necessarily any part of it done all that well. Not a knock. I mean, not like America's doing that well, but I just mean, Australia in general is like a country that is, facing a pervasive real estate crisis across the entire country, and primarily has grown GDP through rising real estate prices and, mining, but not getting the main value of the capture with the mining. So it's like I think there's potential is all I'm saying for more. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? At least they have gambling. At least they have the pokies. Is there any country right now you can look at and say they're doing well? I mean, yeah, it's all comparative, right? Listen, almost all the countries that we're talking about are doing well compared to the 1800s. Think about that, okay? All our lives are significantly better than the 1800s, so think about that. But no, there's some countries that are outperforming. Poland is doing pretty well in Europe. All the pigs. Portugal. No, sorry. Poland, Italy, Spain, Greece, I think. you know, the Nordic countries are still fucking top on happiness. Finland, #1 in happiness. They're having problems, but they're doing quite well. Listen, there's countries that are doing well. I said Poland, not Portugal. Portugal's actually had a lot of problems. Is it true that you haven't been allowed to leave China and the CCP has mocked up a perfect replica of your streaming set? It is true, and you cracked it. I'm in Beijing right now, where they have recreated my streaming set verbatim. And it's like Mr. Beast. Xi Jinping is trying to recreate Mr. Beasts. And so it's a was up Beijing situation, and I am still here. Did they feed you only peptides? No, I have not been fed peptides. Although, dude, peptides, interesting story, man. We watched that video, but now I've been hearing more about fucking Atrioc, and it's like, if it is what they say it is, which is like GLP-1s, but less muscle loss and burns more actively. Like GLP-1s apparently suppress appetite. That's their main thing. But this does that and whatever. It also like burns fat at rest. If that is true, it's going to make so much fucking money. So I was legitimately spending time trying to figure out which company would get the patent in the US. Like, who would sell this? I was like, wait a minute. I mean, that is like, that is enormously profitable. That is enormously profitable. I didn't buy anything, but I was looking. Is the AoE vid coming out soon? Actually, we have like 3 AoE vids. They're all bottlenecked, but they're coming out soon. We have a vid about my 1v1 with Grubby and my 2v1 with Hera. We have a vid about my reaction to the Red Bull finals. And we have the vid about the greatest game of all time. And all 3 of them are being worked on by editors. I got updates today. They're all being worked on. We're going to have like I don't know, my main channel is going to be AoE. It's an AoE summer on the main, bro. We're going to have like 3 fucking AoE videos back to back. How's the interview with the bank guy coming along? 0 chance I ever release that. So, 0 chance I ever release that, but I might interview him again. I've been talking to him. I've been in email contact with him. But the idea that I'm going back to that old fucking 3.5 hour interview and cutting it down, all the parts that nah, it's not gonna happen, bro. It's like, it's so much of it is confidential. His response was like, hey, every time I mentioned this bank, this person, this regulation, I can't include that. I'm like, all right, well, that was the most of the vid. So it's like, I'd have to chop it down, then I have to add VO, like explain it. It's just like, I'm not going to do it. I just know I won't do it. So, so next time I'll record it and it'll be on record. All right. Hey, Big A. With Ukraine leaning heavily into drones as part of their tactics against Russia's long-term pressure, do you think Ukraine is actually gaining any real strategic edge, or are they buying time before this turns into a pure war of attrition or production? No, I think it kind of is a war of attrition right now. I think Ukraine has leaned into drones incredibly and has gotten strategic edge. I believe, my understanding is that their KDA, which is a crass way to put it, but is massively in their favor. Because the war is like, it's like entrenched, it's almost like trench warfare again. It's like entrenched positions and then these kill zones that are like impossible to move through. It's like, it's weird. It's almost like back to World War I, but within these murder drones. It's really wild. And so because Russia is the one advancing, they are the ones taking more casualties. And it does feel like with their strikes against Russian oil that they've gained, I think they're playing the cards they have, which, are limited extremely well. I think they're doing quite well for what they have. I don't know how it ends because Russia has 12 times the economy. But whatever happens, I can guarantee the damage has already been done and it continues to be done in Russia. There's been some wild shit happening. I really should make a clip about this. There's been like stuff that would never fly before. There's been like open criticism of Putin on Russian TV. The anger is building, dude. The average person's getting fucked by this. There's been I'm not saying anything's gonna happen, but I am saying that like things are happening that wouldn't happen before. Mass Chi. Russia sends the poor people to die, but the issue is they're experiencing a child birth rate crisis. Yeah, it's not that this is not real. Listen, everybody, it's like when people say that they can't possibly have success in the next decade because of their birth rate crisis. It's like everyone's got a birth rate crisis. It's extra bad in places like Russia and East Asia. But like this is not going to kick in till 2048 late. It's not like this is not something that's even going to matter in the next 10 years. It's not going to hit. Like you're not going to feel the effects. So, and the world's going to be so fucking different in 2050 that it's just tough to make hardline calls like that. We don't even understand. We don't even know with the rates of robotics and tech that the relationship between population and economy will stay the same that it always has been. Like before, you kind of needed a growing population. Will that matter in a robotic AI? We don't know. We don't know what it's going to be like in 2050. So I'm not as I don't like to make these big demographic predictions because I think they're too far in the future to be concrete. That being said, I find it hard to see how like Japan and South Korea, who are already small countries, who are already over their population hump, who are already smaller every year, I find it hard to see how they don't aren't really hurt by it, like quicker than others. It feels like they're really, especially because their population is also really old. Like Japan specifically. Japan's population is so old. And if you have an old population with shrinking, it's just like, I don't understand. It's like tough. For whatever it's worth, I love the new lemonade stand. I'm in the Space Force, and oh, hey, shit. I'd love to shed the light on what me and my team do every day if you're interested, for sure. Yeah, let me know. Or send it on Discord if you want. And I can forward it to Doug as well. Let's get old people to make babies solved. Your solution to the Japanese birth rate crisis is to get old people to fuck. I don't know if you know this thing called menopause. It's where old men pause fucking. That's what menopause means. And so I just don't know they become celibate. And so I don't think it's gonna. I don't think men unpause. I just unpause the men. All right, maybe that'll work. You know what? Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. Does the war in Iran affect Europe or just the US? Because if it affects both, why don't they get involved in trying to de-escalate? Well, I think the reason Europe does not want to get involved is kind of twofold. Number one is that Trump spent the better part of his first year in office antagonizing them in terms of tariffs and threats and Greenland and, you know, not playing a good friend or ally. And then the second reason would be just generally, if America, with the advantage of striking first, a bigger military, better intelligence, you know, they spend fucking 1.5 trillion. If all of that couldn't open the Strait of Hormuz, why the fuck are they going to send their boats and men to die to try and do the same thing? Like, what? Why follow into a bad situation? Like, what? The truth of the matter is that, like, unless you're planning to glass 90 million people, they're right next to the strait forever. Like, you can't. And if all they need is a drone to shut it down, you know what I'm saying? So I think the idea that they would help militarily doesn't make sense. And then, yeah, I think they are trying to de-escalate. I mean, there was a meeting. The UK put together a meeting. Crazy. The UK rallying countries hasn't happened in a minute. The UK put together a meeting of like all these. It was a big group chat. Everybody ex-US, and it was all these people trying to meet to discuss how to negotiate to open the Strait of Hormuz. But their plan is mostly like, hey, we're probably going to pay the toll or something. All right. American and Europe are even closest to the degree Asia and Africa are affected. I mean, everyone's affected. Everyone's affected, and it's not all equally, but it is more equal than people talk like. Because the truth of the matter is that oil is a global market. So if oil prices go up somewhere else, the oil prices go up where you're at. The price of a barrel of oil is fungible worldwide. There's a little bit of regional difference, but because your increased demand pulls supply away from elsewhere. So the U.S. is least affected in the short term, but it's not really unaffected. It doesn't change much. But in the short term, the biggest impacts are in Asia, because 90% of the oil in Asia comes from the Strait of Hormuz. So that's where the biggest hits are in the short term. But the way the market works is you just pull from elsewhere. And the last 10% comes from the gaze of Hormuz. Yeah, exactly. How much longer till the amount of oil lost starts causing serious problems? I mean, I would say it is causing serious problems right now. I mean, maybe you're feeling it in a safe developed country as rising gas prices, but they're like, countries are doing mandatory work from home in some countries. Countries are doing gas rationing. Countries are doing forced export controls. A lot of countries are making serious changes to try and fucking Are you worried about becoming a lockdown situation like COVID? No, not really. Not here. Not particularly. Would China ever develop a gas pipeline to the Middle East? I mean, never say never. I think what they're doing in general right now in response to this is increasing their pipelines to Russia. I think China is building out its infrastructure to get even more oil and gas from Russia. That is what has been the like immediate response. Data Fract, thank you for the 15 months. Thank you for the 15 months. Isn't this whole Iran thing just fear-mongering by the woke left to try and get me to falter in my faith of DJT? You cracked it. You cracked it. I didn't want to admit it, but you're true. It is. It is fear-mongering. I got to be honest with you, there is never even a war in Iran. It's all made up, dude. If you go out there, everything's chill. Everything is chill. The Ayatollah is still alive, actually. He thinks it's it was an April Fool's joke that went way too far. The whole Strait of Hormuz was created on a soundstage in Los Angeles. I passed it on the 405, dude. They built it out. It's so obviously fake. Do you think this will spur an uprising of electrification globally? Yeah, it sort of is. I mean, yes. I guess the answer is yes. But I mean, not in the way that some people are thinking, where there's going to be less oil pumped or like bought. Like I gotta tell you, every single drop of oil that is taken out of the ground and put in a barrel is sold. Every single one. They always. And then every year they're trying to pump more. So it's like less that will stop and more that everybody is hungry for more energy in every direction. You know, it's like, I don't know. A good example is China, where it's like they're building out an absurd amount of solar. And it's right to celebrate that. But they are also building out a ton more coal. They're building out everything. They are just building more. They're just adding more. They're adding nuclear. They're adding everything. They want more energy, bro. That's their number one priority is energy. Is it clean coal? I don't think there's such a thing as dirty coal, to be honest. I think all coal is beautiful, clean coal. Have they tried using Zin for their energy needs? Yeah, I think so. I think they tried when the oil shipments stopped flowing, just dumping a bunch of Zin in the cars and seeing what happens. But I don't know. I haven't seen studies on whether that works again. We need Kim Kardashian to give the Ayatollah a Pepsi. It was a different Kardashian. It was no, you're throwing me off. It wasn't Kim Kardashian. It was Kendall Jenner. It was Kendall Jenner, dude. We need to get the right advocate of peace. Kim is more convincing. Okay, fine. We'll send Kim Kardashian with a Pepsi. But you know what? Better idea than we've had so far. Better idea than we've had so far. Honestly, fucking send it. It might work. It might fucking work. You might surprise people. It might throw someone off. Who knows? Who decides how big the barrel is when we talk about a barrel of oil? How do we all agree on that? That is a question I don't know. I mean, they just standardized it, bro. I don't. It's not like you can. It's not like if someone buys 5,000 barrels of oil from you, you can show up with really tiny barrels and go, gotcha. You didn't say the size of the barrel. Wink. And then fucking hand him you can't, obviously that's not a fucking plan to wealth. Okay? You can't airbud it, dude. You can't say the rules don't say what size the barrels have to be. Have you tried, though? I guess I haven't tried. I assume that, yeah, like a barrel is probably a standardized unit of measure. It has to carry a certain amount of liquid. Is there some heist that can be pulled on oil barrels? I feel like if you were going to heist something, heisting oil barrels would be like the least smart thing to heist. They're heavy and expensive and hard to move. Like, well, they're tracked. It's like insane. The weight to value ratio is bad. You only need like 2. The price of a barrel of oil is like $100 right now. You're heisting $200? You're fucking sneaking onto an oil tanker trapped at Hormuz, taking off a heavy ass barrel, putting it. Dude, the oil cost of your fucking speedboat going up there is gonna. No, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think that's a good idea. And who are you selling it to? Do you have a contact at a refinery? Or are you just going to a gas station and selling it direct? You know a guy. You guys all know a guy. That's awesome. Is it Squeaks? Because I promise you, Squeaks is lying. He's not actually an oil trader. He doesn't know how to fucking. It's Aiden. I see. It's Obama. Obama's buying your direct. Okay, guys. Listen, because of time, I want to talk about more pressing matters than your brilliant plan to heist oil from the Strait of Hormuz. As important as that is, like, we have some time because you have to plan the heist, right? We don't have to talk about that right now this second. It's probably the most important thing, don't get me wrong. But second to that, I did want to talk about the RAMpocalypse. The RAMpocalypse that has made all gamers so sad. Every gamer you know has been in a state of depression. And it's not because it's world news. They don't follow that. It's because they can't buy RAM. RAM is too expensive. They can't build a new PC. Look at the face Linus is making. Look at the RAM crisis. It's bad, dude. The RAMpocalypse is real. Ever since about December of last year, let's see if we can get this on the map. The prices of DDR5 RAM has just skyrocketed to north of $400. Okay? So people, and this is like used to be, 120. This used to be 120, sometimes 85. And now you can't fucking buy it. So people have been angry. And we made a video about this back in December called The AI Tax Has Started, where basically, oh my God, dude. We made a video back in December where basically I made the argument that, hey, this is probably not a price raise because a secret Illuminati cabal of gamer-hating CEOs wanted to force you to use cloud gaming, like I was seeing on social media. I don't think it's because of that. I think that's probably not the reason. They didn't decide all in December, let's fucking go. I think more realistically, the reason this price hike happened is because Sam Altman showed up to these 3 companies that control 95% of the memory market and said, hey, I have $1.4 trillion to spend. I want to buy all of the memory in the world. Which is what he did late last year. I'm only exaggerating slightly. He has to buy 40% of the world's memory supply for all the foreseeable future. Not kidding. He did it with an IOU. He said, okay, we're building out. We're going to need every piece of memory. We need 40% of all the wafers of memory that you're creating for the foreseeable future. And it caused a massive panic in the memory market, and it caused a huge supply crunch because when one guy takes 40% off the table, everyone else rushes in to buy more. So that was the IOU. And recently, though, the reason I'm talking about this again, because that's a summary of what happened. The reason I'm talking about this again is because in the past few days, early April, gamers have started to get hopeful again. They've been getting excited because a wave of reports have come out that said, hey, RAM prices are finally falling. RAM prices are crashing in a huge market correction. DDR5 retail prices pullback. This writer says, I called it. Holy, the prices are coming down. This one came out and said Chinese memory stockpilers are starting to panic as falling prices leave them stuck with modules. And they showed this video of a Chinese, dude, what fucking button am I hitting? Is there a Microsoft Edge button? Okay, sorry. I'm back. Christ, dude. It's fucking Copilot or something. I hate. I'm sorry to pause in the middle. They've run Windows into the ground, folks. I feel like every Windows update is worse than the last. Just make it better. Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm back. Chinese memory stockpilers. So this video comes out, and it shows a Chinese memory stockpiler, and he's whining.
兄弟们，内存大跳水了，砸手里了，砸手里了，完蛋了，完蛋了。
Now, I'm an expert on the Chinese language because I spent 2 whole weeks in China. What he's saying is, oh no, I bought all this memory and I can't scalp it. The American gamers will be so happy once they can buy this at lower prices. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. So, obviously, people are getting happy again. Linus Tech Tips came out and said,
how about some good news for consumers who might have been looking to build or upgrade a PC? Want to talk about that?
Yeah.
DDR5 pricing in China faces, this is a quote from, I think it's WCCF Tech said this, faces a complete collapse with shifting.
Okay, so things are good, right? But then all these headlines come out, and then people go to Amazon and they check the price of the DDR5 RAM they want to buy, and it's the same. It's $400. Maybe it's down like $15 or whatever, but it's $400, bro. Like, what? All this noise, and people can't actually buy cheaper RAM. And so I wanted to do a deeper dive on this story. Like, what's going on? Why is there an indication that it might be going one way? Why is it going the other? And what I found is a very, very interesting set of infinity stones, a set of factors that are all combining together to create a very interesting situation. And we'll start with not necessarily the stones, but the snap, okay? Because in the past few days, Sam Altman cut the $1.4 trillion spend that he had planned to do in half, okay? OpenAI came out and said, hey, we got to reset our spending expectations. Our entire compute target is now around $600 billion by 2030. Instead of $1.4 trillion, get out the door, let's spend it, it's like, well, maybe it's more like $600 billion. And that is because, as I've said over and over and over again, OpenAI is really facing more and more of a reckoning on how they're going to pay all these bills, all these IOUs they've put out into the world. Their revenue is not growing nearly fast enough. In fact, Claude's revenue is growing faster. Like, how are they going to be able to pay all this? And that's becoming a real question. So they snapped this in half. They reset some expectations. After previously boasting $1.4 trillion in infrastructure commitments, OpenAI is now telling investors it plans to spend $600 billion. Okay? Do you remember the Stargate project? This is back in January of 2025, where OpenAI went up there with Trump and announced the Stargate project, where they were going to put $500 billion with Masayoshi-san into building new data centers in Texas.
And CEO of OpenAI, and I would say by far the leading expert based on everything I read, Sam Altman. So that's great that you're coming in together. That's a massive group of talent. And
You can tell he really knows who Sam Altman is. So there's this big release. Well, let's flash forward a little over a year from this announcement, and it turns out this flagship data center the plans are ending. The big expansion idea has been totally shut down. Most of what they were planning to build, they can't get the parts for or have the cash to finance. And in fact, it's not just OpenAI. Half of all planned US data center builds have been delayed or canceled. The truth is, the combination of like local government and local political pushback, the fact that you can't get the power, half the time they don't have enough power to turn these things on, and then there's parts from China that they're finding it hard to get in the quantities they need to build. So all these things are combined together to make the data center build out less concrete. And yet, memory prices are still $400. They needed all this memory to build the data centers. Why the disconnect? And that's what I want to go into, okay? By the way, OpenAI, even though they can't do their Stargate project the way they designed it, and even though they're cutting their spending expectations in half, they did still have time to buy a podcast. I truly don't know why. I'm not the only one who thinks this is pretty silly, okay? I've been reading this. By the way, this is a podcast they acquired for a reported sum of $150 million or more. And I looked up this podcast. No disrespect. I don't know who they are. I'm sure they're fucking amazing if you like them. But these views, maybe, are they big on Spotify? Like, I look them up and it's like, what? This is $150 million? The OpenAI acquires TP and got 9.1K views? It's like an insider VC pod. I guess maybe it's the quality of the viewer. I don't know. But this is crazy to me. So I like to read Ben Thompson's Stratechery blog. I think he has pretty good insights on the tech world. And he had a pretty scathing takedown of this, where he said, well, first he opened by saying, I've given OpenAI a lot of the benefit of the doubt. Okay? Over the years, he's given OpenAI a lot of the benefit of the doubt. He's a pro tech guy. Okay? And then he goes on by saying, I've previously wondered if OpenAI might be like Twitter, another tech-centric company that fell backwards into a huge market and never developed into a functional business because of it. If Twitter is a clown car that fell into a gold mine, OpenAI might be the short bus at the end of the rainbow. There's supposed to be a pot of gold there, but it never quite seems to materialize. The colors are fading, and worst of all, there isn't much evidence that anyone knows what they're doing or that there's any sort of overarching plan. And like, if you know this guy, this is a pretty scathing statement. Okay? Like he's like generally an optimist and generally but clearly their decisions, I mean, like, you know, throwing all their money into things like Sora and ads and then canceling those things and then the ads not really paying off at the current level. He's had it down here. Look, ads are bad, which OpenAI did say, until they're the plan. Then Meta executives are hired en masse, and then the ads they launch are low-effort, keyword-driven offerings. Again, the ad quality on OpenAI has been terrible so far. Apple's a partner until they hire Johnny Ive to build a physical product. But then Johnny Ive is still out working for Ferrari. Meanwhile, their competitor Anthropic is focused directly on enterprise and shipping. Google's encroaching. And the answer to all that is to buy a podcast? What is going on here? So look, obviously, I could do a whole separate video on how OpenAI seems to be making misstep after misstep. And GPT-6 better go fucking crazy or they're looking like they're consigned to the dustbin. But at the end of the day, it comes back to this. Why is this price still high if all the data centers are slowing down production? There's like 5 different reasons. I'm not kidding. The more I looked into it, it's like this insane perfect storm that is hitting at the same time as other things are going down. So I want to go into it, okay? First of all, Sam Altman, when he showed up to the memory companies back in late last year, he signed what were called LOIs, letters of intent. These are non-binding, okay? He basically said, we're good for it for $1.4 trillion, but there's going to be no legal ramifications if we don't pay. So he is not on the hook for the money he promised. However, this is the interesting part. Everyone else that rushed in after him in the panic is people like Apple. So late last year, early this year, Apple sent executives to book extended hotel stays in South Korea to negotiate long-term memory deals. Everyone was so panicked because of the rising prices that they all flew out to South Korea. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft. They all flew out and locked in 5-year deals at the higher prices. The demand, everyone was so scared of getting locked out that this letter of intent by Sam Altman caused a panic that caused all memory prices to get bought. AMD's Lisa Su flew to South Korea to secure memory. And Samsung at the time considered 5-year memory contracts, okay, locked in these long-year deals. At the same time, okay, this is bad news. That explains why, somewhat, why memory prices might still be high. However, there's a reason gamers could still be happy. Okay? Another influence from a different direction. That is Google. And I'm not talking about fucking Stadia. I'm talking about TurboQuant. Because in the past few days, there was a small but rapid dip in memory prices. Because Google found a new way to be non-technical here, but to compress the context window of an LLM. Basically, when you're talking to your AI boyfriend, okay, it can only remember so much of your chat history, okay? But now they have found a way to compress that 6x. How did they do that? I'm going to explain it by this image they showed. I have no idea what it means. But apparently, it's middle out compression if you've watched Silicon Valley. Thanks to this image, they've figured out a way to compress the context window, which again is the most memory demanding part of an LLM, 6 times. So that uses way less memory. And when this news came out, it legitimately did cause a panic in the memory market because they were like, holy fuck. If AI needs 1/6 the memory, then all of this buyout has been insane. Like, we need to panic right now. However, unfortunately for gamers, you're about to be sad again because of this man from the 1800s. His name is William Stanley Jevons, and he, thinking emoji, figured out Jevons paradox, which is why the market did not crash memory prices. Okay? Jevons, seen here in the 1800s, noticed something. He's a bit of a noticer, okay? And he noticed that everyone was using this shitty, inefficient steam engine to do things in the 1800s, okay? He noticed that it took a fuck ton of coal, they put it into the steam engine, and then it did an action in the factory. And he's like, hey, how come whenever we invent a brand new, better steam engine that uses less coal to do the same thing in a factory, how come we're still not using, we're not using less coal? And what he realized was, instead of saving on coal when this gets more efficient, people just build more factories. The truth is, Jevons paradox is the idea that as these costs get more efficient, people just find new ways to deploy it and you end up with a greater total demand. A modern example might be that, like, it used to be really, before modern compression algorithms, sending even a 360p video took up a lot of bandwidth. And the idea would be like, oh, if we find a way to compress this video, you would use less bandwidth in your phone. But in fact, what we did was just stream a lot more and 4K and watch Atrioc while watching One Piece while scrolling TikTok. Okay? All in higher qualities. Like, the idea is we actually consume a lot more as it gets cheaper and more efficient, not less. So in this case, the idea is that even if Google is correct here and they can compress context windows and use less memory, we're just going to go from this conversation with our AI boyfriend to this one. We're just going to use longer context windows and they're going to make more AI stuff. Like, the idea is not that they'll be losing less memory. So again, that is a reason why memory prices are not going down. And then additionally, let's fly, whoosh, out to a factory in South Korea where most of the world's memory is made. This is like one of them right here. What do you think are some of the inputs that are really important going into this factory? Well, I'll tell you. On one side, there's energy. largely through liquefied natural gas, LNG. Another side is helium. Helium is extremely important. I don't know if you guys have possibly, if you guys are deep cut enjoyers of the news, if you're really tuned in, you might have possibly heard about the Strait of Hormuz in the past few days. If you're really locked in, maybe this crossed your mind. It turns out that energy and helium to South Korea are both products of the Strait of Hormuz. And so, as South Korea flags uncertainty from Qatar LNG plant damage, and as helium stocks of South Korea's chip makers are only going to last until June, this panic is causing memory prices to rise, even as data center demand might cause it to fall. Okay? It's all counteracting. Additionally, another thing is happening. I'm going through all the... Another thing. So, because memory prices have been so high, again, go back to this. Go back to this $400. Because they've been so high, the memory companies have been making incredible windfall profits. Samsung is cashing in on the memory crisis as it estimates profits of over 8 times this period of last year. They love it. Everybody wants to buy their shit. All the tech companies and consumers and everybody. They're paying top dollar prices. They're bidding war for their stuff. Congrats, I say begrudgingly. However, this money that Samsung is making has not trickled down to their employees. And so guess what? They're going on strike. They just ratified a massive Samsung plant worker strike at the memory factories, which make a large part of, again, only 3 companies make this memory, and one of them's having a big strike. A 17,700 worker strike. So this is another reason memory prices are going up. So as you can see, even though Sam Altman and his fake IOU have been exposed, and that was initially causing a crash along with Google TurboQuant, all of this is happening at the same time to keep it high. And so realistically, when, you're probably asking the question, okay, so when are gamers going to actually be happy? When can I actually build my new PC? And I have built an unfortunately sad timeline for you here. Based on what we're seeing, now is the bad time. Now is the red area. You are going to get $400 RAM. Actually, in fact, it's not only bad for gamers, but a lot of people, because reports are coming out that it's going to inflate phone prices in the next year, laptop prices. A lot of things are going to be inflated because of this RAM price. Consumer electronics are going to be expensive. However, a lot of, because of this demand, a lot of companies are starting to set up new factories to adapt to the demand. Again, there's a bit of a race between the 3 competitors. So realistically, if you can wait to build your new PC, if you have enough to game, I mean, you're probably going to play fucking League of Legends with it anyway. Be honest. You're going to build a brand new PC and then not play any new games on it. You're going to play the same old games that you don't need. You're going to play Rocket League or Uma Musume or something. Okay, you're not going to need it. So realistically, if you can wait, it's seeming like new factory supply comes online in mid-2027. At which point, based on the cyclical nature of chips, which has happened over and over and over, there's probably going to be a glut and prices are going to go down pretty significantly. But if you really want the good times, if you really want like mass competition for your dollar driving prices down, it's looking like 2028 is going to be a true glut, because China's 2 biggest memory makers are massively expanding factories that come on in that time. And so once China enters the picture, historically, prices get driven down to rock bottom levels. They just run the factories. And so Chinese factory pressure plus the 3 South Korean companies' new factories means that by 2028, you are likely to see really low prices. But 2027, you should start to see easing. So that's your best shot. If you have to buy today, my understanding is that you can get a 16 gig Corsair for like a decent price, $200 or something. It's not great, but that's like your best deal. If you have to buy today, but I wouldn't recommend it. That's my update. I just want to let you know, I thought it was pretty fascinating how like all of these things integrated at the same time to basically keep prices in the same spot. Hope you enjoyed this little update. Thanks for watching not Marketing Monday. Thank you for watching Big A Clips, and see you soon. Bye. Oh my God, I almost hit stop streaming. I almost just shut the fucking stream off, bro. I almost just clicked the fucking button. If one, did you hear? Wait, what? We are never winning. Who needs news and if only news? Anyway, what else do I want to talk about? The ceasefire? Yeah, I mean it's over. I mean, I guess they're trying to salvage it, but the strait was closed again, so it did not last very long. It did not last very long. We'll see. We'll see. Something's in front of the camera. Oh, it's my fucking monitor. Holy shit, one gifted. Thank you for the gifted. A Sergeant, thank you for the 25 months. How low do you think prices could go? Is it worth running my time machine to go to the future to stockpile and bring it back? You have a time machine, and your best idea to make money is to go to the future to buy RAM memory to come back to now and sell it, what, like on eBay? That's your best plan. Do it. Yeah, no, you should. No, that's a really good idea. That's the best thing you could get from the future. Oh, my phone. Given the decentralized command structure, do you think Iran could easily open the strait without some general messing it up? You know, the conversations are public. So, yeah, I think they can. I mean, listen, they're not opening it up like free passage. They're opening it up like pay the toll. Their idea of the ceasefire freedom of navigation is that U.S. ships can go through too, but they have to pay the toll. They got to pay the troll toll. Do you think the leaker was JD Vance? I actually do think JD Vance was involved in the leak to the New York Times. Yeah, I think he wanted to distance himself from the Iran war. I think he was 100% involved in that leak because the leak is like, and the person who didn't want the war is JD Vance. What leak? Bro, you guys are fake fucking fans. You even watch the last Big A clip? It's the fucking biggest 1 out of 10 I've had in forever. You don't watch that? The Ayatollah. Holy fuck. What if Mr. Beast drops a last one to leave the strait keeps it video? Speak to that. You think... Okay, so Mr. Beast would have to own the Strait of Hormuz, right? To be able to give it away. And also, even if he did, you're saying he creates a contest where you aren't allowed to leave the strait. So nobody would want to leave, which is the exact problem we have right now. You've given the magical ability of Mr. Beast to control his conflict, and you've recreated the same problem. But we do get a fire video out of it. So I guess it's a real. How about first one to leave? Okay, so now all the tankers are racing at the same time to get out of the Strait of Hormuz, and then we have a massive crash and an oil spill. Yeah. No, that's fucking sick, dude. That's fucking sick. There's no winning with you? Yeah, you're right. I'm being too picky. You guys are dropping great knowledge bomb. New Trump Truth Social post 45 minutes ago. The failing New York Times are a hoax. Evil losers make America great again. The fake news CNN. Yeah, I mean, sounds right. Sounds right. Positivity, thank you for the 2 months. My company bought a fuck ton of RAM for a project that never went through before the debacle and ended up selling it off slowly before the whole debacle could have made millions. Wait, you bought a bunch of RAM and then sold it when it was cheap right before it spiked? That sucks. That sucks, bro. That sucks to have it in your hands at a corporate level because you could have made you paper hands. How that guy felt buying the Bitcoin pizza? A tragedy, dude. Spending life-changing money on a pizza. That'd haunt you for the rest of your life. The Bitcoin pizza guy. I bet that pizza tasted good though. Did it? It's not like it hit. It's not like it was a $100,000 pizza at the time. It was probably fucking Domino's. Is that the most expensive pizza I ever bought? I mean, I've talked about it before, but there was I used to write about StarCraft for Team Liquid. There was like a Team Liquid forum tournament for StarCraft with just like bad players in it. First place was like $50. Second place was $25. Third and fourth place was like 50 Bitcoin. Or like what? And it ended up being, if you calculated it at the peak, the highest esports prize pool ever was getting third place in a random foreign tournament. But who knows what they did with it? I kind of like reading. I hate myself for it. Why? You hate yourself for liking reading? I hate you for hating yourself. So the hate's only spreading. I can't even. You picked up a book and you're reading it and you feel bad. Oh, I can't believe I like this. This is so lame. Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Performative humble scholar? Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels performative, bro. Many of my friends, me included, are starting master's degree because the job market is a global thing. I'm in software engineering, but I say, yeah, it is. I mean, it's a recession indicator. It's a classic thing. It happened in 07 too. It's not when the economy is bad, people go to higher education. They extend their time in school. People going to MBAs and law school goes up. But, and I'm not dissuading you here. I understand it's a cost benefit. You made your choice, and I think it's fine. I'm just saying, like, the risk is you graduate at the same time as a bunch of other people who do the same thing into a market that's probably not that much better. It's like, and it costs money. So theoretically, you have to like really be in it for the right reasons. But just finished my PhD now, and it's brutal. Should have become a streamer. Okay, first of all, being a streamer is the hardest job in the world. And if you were a streamer, you'd be thinking, God, I wish I did my PhD. Okay? The grass is always greener, folks, let me tell you. It's the hardest job there ever was. Okay? Secondly, why get a PhD when you can just watch big A clips on 0.5 speed and really absorb it? I don't understand. Why? It costs way much. Way much. That's the kind of PhD knowledge you're going to get, bro. It costs way much, bro. What else do I want to talk about? I had something I want to talk about because I also want to watch The Boys tonight. I'm trying to think if I had. Oh, there was a new How Money Works I wanted to watch. It was, how is everything outpacing inflation?
How is it possible
at the same time? And that sounded very interesting to me. Because there is this sense that the inflation number is not capturing people's lived experience. And so I wanted to see, him go into that. I think that sounds interesting.
that the price of everything is outpacing inflation at the same time? We are taught in Economics 101 that we measure inflation by gathering up a basket of goods and services, labeling that the Consumer Price Index, and then tracking the weighted costs of that basket over time.
Right.
In most months, some things will get more expensive, others will get a little bit cheaper, but over time, we expect that, on average, the basket as a whole will slowly get more expensive. And by the numbers, that is exactly what has been happening.
Like 2% a year,
According to the Bureau of
ideally.
Labor Statistics, since around mid-2023, that measured inflation rate has been around 3% annually, slowly trending downwards to about 2.5% today. But it doesn't really feel like that, does it? If you think about everything you purchase in a given week, you would probably be hard-pressed to identify something that is only 10% more expensive than it was 3 years ago. And no, Arizona iced tea doesn't count. The point is, if this basket of goods is...
Bro, I legitimately wonder how they do it at this point. Like, the cost of all the inputs into Arizona iced tea has gone up. They have to honestly be eating... they got to be scraping profit. It's actually... Or do they make money on something else? Is it a loss leader? I actually... Like, does Arizona iced... I mean, it's a cheap product, don't get me wrong. The company is debt-free, privately owned, does low cost or no marketing. They make their own cans. No TV ads. They use lighter aluminum, which cuts material use by 40%. Interesting. But apparently, I mean, the company is making less money, but they're holding to it. That's impressive. I appreciate that. That's cool about them. It's certainly, I mean, it's also a fucking, it's a sick marketing scheme. I mean, it makes them seem fucking badass to stick to it. I'm sure people buy more of them because of it. Thanks for the gifted, by the way.
Supposed to track average prices, what is there left to bring that average down? Now, you might be thinking about something like this chart here. We looked at it many times before on this channel.
Love
because
this
it
chart.
shows that over the last 2.5 decades, essentials like healthcare, housing, and education have outpaced inflation. But the average has been offset by non-essentials like cheaper cell phones, software, and televisions. As trade deals go, it wasn't.
And by the way, this has been really good for society. I think we all agree people getting more software and more TVs and more cell phones and less schooling, hospital services, childcare has been like a net gain. It's been awesome. It's been fucking sick. All right. We can watch more shit. Enough said. You know what I'm saying? Enough said. It's sick.
Great. But today, we aren't even getting this stuff down here. Computer hardware has basically become a strategic investment.
Hey, we just talked about
PlayStations
this.
that are now almost 6 years old just got a $150 price hike only 5 months after getting a previous $100 price bump. The average new car is rolling off the lot with a sticker price close to $50,000. Software has primarily become an ongoing and very expensive subscription. Fast food that used to be cheap, quick convenience has turned into a very expensive treat. Your energy bills are competing with multi-billion-dollar data centers.
Okay, I will say, just a narrative counter here a little bit here. I do think fast food prices, or at least the deals, have been getting cheaper. I mean, the companies are, especially like McDonald's, been getting a little bit desperate. They definitely lost customers because of the price. Like, I'm not saying it's cheaper back to what it was. I'm saying it's cheaper than it was late 24. I think they're cutting down. Yeah. Maybe in California. I mean, I'm just seeing deals that they didn't have before. Yeah, there's way more deals on the app, bro. There are way more deals. Maybe I think the average menu price may be turning up, but like they're doing more deals. I think they're. I mean, my hidden theory, especially having tasted fucking Burger King in Copenhagen, is that even if they're finding ways to like deal out the price, they're cutting costs in quality. It's like a fucking. It's like shrinkflation, but in quality, because it tastes fucking worse, bro. It tastes worse. I don't know. I think they're finding different ways to save money.
Housing, healthcare, and education has always been so messed up that it's barely even worth mentioning anymore. And beyond all of this, tariff discussions mean that even generic consumer junk is quickly becoming coveted collectibles. So is there actually anything left that is quietly offsetting these statistics and bringing the average...
Has anyone done a really good video on the Pokemon card scalping crisis? I would love to watch that. I think it's I know Charlie has videos where he like covers the funny fights, but I mean like a all in like a deep dive. I think that would be really fucking cool to watch. Because I think it's really fascinating. I mean, I've been wanting to make one, but I just feel like I don't know enough about Pokemon to be the guy for this job. I would love to see someone do a really good deep dive.
Back in check? Or is this all just another case of lying with statistics? These are some important questions because, well, with oil prices heading the way they are, none of this is likely to get better anytime soon.
Energy bills are making everyday life unaffordable.
Food prices will rise another 3% in 2026.
They want $15 for this big arch burger.
$15?
Under $20,000 remain on the market.
The RAMpocalypse continues.
Hey!
This will probably be 25 grand.
Companies that try to make everything into a subscription on your car.
Well, now it will only be offered through a monthly subscription.
This is an extreme amount of difference.
Okay, so the simple answer is no. You're not crazy to be a little bit skeptical about the inflation figures that suggest things are only getting more expensive at low single-digit rates year over year. However, it's probably not because the government is secretly pulling the strings of this process to make the results look better than they really are.
Okay.
If that actually was happening, there are so many people that look at this data every month that they would be quickly called out on it. Never attribute to malice what can adequately be explained by stupidity. And in this case, there are three major problems with how we process this data that is probably giving us the wrong idea about what we pay for, well, everything. The first is that it is incredibly difficult to control for quality in the official inflation rate, but maybe not in the way you might expect. We will get to broad market shitflation or shitification soon enough.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, another difficult blind spot is things getting...
I mean, that was my first thought. My first thought is that, like, there are a lot of ways... It's not, shrinkflation doesn't work. I know for a fact that shrinkflation doesn't work because the CPI accounts for unit volume and the amount. So if you change the amount of like chips in a bag, it accounts for that in the inflation thing. So you'd still be counting as inflation. But like, I don't think there's a way to measure in shitification, just making the quality worse, using worse materials. If the bag of Lay's is the same amount in the bag at the same price or slightly more, but they've reduced the quality. You know what I'm saying? I think that is like one of the things people are feeling a lot as well. I think that's what people are getting extra frustrated because that is inflation above and beyond the price, but it's not being shown.
Better. Something like a new iPhone performs the same basic function as the original that was introduced almost 20 years ago now. But the maximum capabilities of the modern offering are hundreds of times greater than what Steve Jobs walked onto stage with all those years ago. To the statisticians crunching the numbers, this presents a problem, because if prices remain more or less the same over the years, then you are technically getting more phone for less money.
Okay.
Similarly, if prices rise but capabilities rise much faster, there is an argument that a consumer can maintain their purchasing power by
hedonic
buying a
adjustments?
lower-end phone that will still outperform a high-end product from several years before. Now, the BLS actually lays out their exact methodology on their website for how they deal with these kinds of changes in every single product category they measure. And in plain English, this is exactly what they do. If a phone gets more expensive, but it comes with a higher pixel count, a better processor, or an improved camera, it will be adjusted downwards in price to compensate for the improvement in quality over the previous offering. And this lower price tag is what will be counted in this basket, even though it's not actually what you would pay. The same kind of adjustments are done for things like televisions. Something like a 65-inch.
Yeah, but that's kind of fucked, isn't it? I get in theory why you do it, but when it actually hasn't gone down in price, but it's better for the same price, it's like kind of silly to mark it as a lower price in the inflation adjustment. It's that
flat screen has become a consumer norm today, but just 20 years ago,
it's like I don't know. In theory, that could make somewhat sense, but in practice, you just need a phone.
it would have been an extremely high-end commercial appliance. Now, there is nothing inherently unfair about these adjustments, but for a lot of people, it can stretch their budget, even if they aren't really getting any true benefits from these improvements. I personally use my phone to occasionally message my 3 friends and doom scroll the Financial Times.
Yep.
All of this could be done by a 15-year-old phone without many problems, in theory. I know that a lot of you watching probably have a similar use case, meaning we are all paying a higher price tag without offsetting it in performance in any meaningful way.
Yeah,
now, the statistician's response may be to just use an older or lower tier phone, but well,
like every single year, my phone gets a better camera, and yet I take no pictures. You know, I'm a fucking dipshit streamer who buys a new model phone regularly. But like, what am I doing? What is the point of this? What? I have like 5 pictures of, I went to China for 10 days. I took a bad picture of me playing basketball, a picture of eating spicy hot pot, and a picture of a bridge. That I spent 14 days in China. That's what I got. Okay. What? Like, this should not be changing the inflation on my phone.
a lot of us would love to, if it were possible. Yeah, we still need to get to that enshittification problem. Either way, this is still a small slice of the pie because even though, in theory, these tech products have been getting cheaper, they still account for a relatively small portion of our spending, and a small share of this weird statistical anomaly as well. And to see that, we need to look at the bigger ticket items. So it's time to learn how money works to find out what's really letting everything.
It's been, actually, it's only been 5 minutes. I just talked a lot. I was about to rant about his intro length, but that's actually not too bad.
Outpace inflation at the same time. Most people have no idea how much of their personal information is already out there. Hundreds of data brokers.
Check it out.
Plan and take your personal data back.
Wait, it's half the video.
So obviously not everything that goes into this basket is counted equally when calculating inflation, because some things just take up a larger share of household budgets.
Okay.
If the price of movie tickets doubled in a year, that might suck, but it's probably going to have much less of an impact on the average person's budget than something like the price of insurance. Unless you're Michael Bolton, I suppose. Anyway, what that means is that entertainment items like movie tickets are weighted much lower than insurance premiums when calculating the consumer price index and its change over time, i.e. the inflation rate.
Yeah.
By that logic, it's probably unsurprising that the biggest category that gets thrown into this basket is housing. But it gets put in there in a really unintuitive way, because of course it does. The problem with housing, both from a societal and statistical perspective, is that it is both an essential consumer good and a speculative asset. But when the BLS is putting together the consumer price index, they want to separate out the speculative asset part of housing and focus on how people are using it just as an essential good to be consumed like food or water.
Okay.
The TLDR from all of this is that house prices are—
Why don't they just use fucking average rent price, whether it's gone up or down? What? Like that's gonna hit the average person's experience of what the CPI is. Why?
aren't measured directly in this basket like the price of a can of beans is. Instead, the BLS surveys homeowners and rental listings to try and establish how much they think they would be able to rent their home for, something they call owner's equivalent rent. The idea is that if you are renting a house, you are making no contributions towards that being your asset, so
survey
it is pure
homeowners?
consumption of shelter as a good and not an investment.
No, not pre-watch. That's not what I said at all. I'm not saying survey homeowners to find out what you think you could rent it for. I'm saying fucking just use the publicly available data on what average rent for a region is.
The theory makes sense, but it also means that the biggest purchase that most people will make in their lifetime isn't directly counted by inflation. Now, it is still indirectly counted through this rental equivalent mechanism, but that creates 3 major problems of its own. The first is that rental agreements last for a very long time, which means this data can lag behind the reality of the true housing market by several months.
Dude, you know what I think they should do? This is Atrioc's pitch for the BLS, because I don't think they're faking the data. I just think this is, you know, much like the survey responses for the BLS jobs data. I think it's just needlessly complicated. I think survey results have been less and less high quality. People don't respond anymore. And I think they're getting more and more out of whack with the truth. I think they should do it the way Nielsen Ratings does it for TV shows. If you guys don't know, the way the ratings system for how many people watch TV, how many people watch the Super Bowl, how many people watch, is they have a select sample group of families that have Nielsen TV boxes that track everything they watch. So it's like thousands of families have these things. They pay them to have it. And then they use that as a statistical sample to say, okay, 40% of people watched the Super Bowl, or 10% of people watched, you know, the Masked Singer finals or whatever. That's how they figure it out. So I think the BLS should have a sample of 10,000 American families across the country and track their spending. What they buy Lay's chips, they buy McDonald's, they rent, and then track if those costs are going up or down. That would be an interesting way to measure CPI. And then you would have the real lived experience as a measurement of, like, I think that would be swag. How would they collect the data? The same way as a Nielsen bot. You would opt in, you would get paid some nominal fee, and then your bank would be linked. Your bank account or your card would be linked so they could see. So it would all feed into their data. That would be so simple.
The second is that rent isn't necessarily consistent between properties. Some
government surveillance, absolutely not.
Utilities, maintenance, and services, while others are extremely basic. The third problem is that for a lot of Americans who do actually own their own home, or at the very least dream of owning one day, it ignores other costs like maintenance, property taxes.
It's kind of a privacy problem. It's opt-in, bro. It's like saying Nielsen's a privacy problem because they can see what you're watching on TV. You just choose to. We got offered to do it. Already almost did it, but I was like, hey, we don't need the money. It's like, it's a pain in the ass. You're sharing with the government in an anonymized survey to see CPI prices. It's not like the government is deeply wanting to know how much you spent on gas.
HOA fees, improvements, insurance.
Someone in chat said it. Half this chat would do it if they promised you $100 a month. Absolutely would. Absolutely. Everyone talking shit. If they offer you $100 a month, of course they would do it. Of course. You're sharing your fucking bank data with the government so they can do CPI. Of course.
And most importantly, mortgage interest, which can vary widely depending on when you purchased your house. Now, the BLS does acknowledge this in their reporting methodology, but I mean, nobody is actually reading this stuff. And even if they were, it doesn't make their money go any further at the end of the month when those bills are piling up. It doesn't help with the perceived disconnect between what we are told inflation is and what we actually feel. Now, the final big reason that everything feels like it is getting more expensive faster than inflation is because a lot of goods and services are just getting worse.
Yeah!
Now, we've already touched on enshittification, where companies will offer the same product at the same price year to year, but skimp out on build quality, materials, or ingredients to save costs on their end while still being able to say that prices have stayed the same. This has been very well documented and reported on, including by the old team at Micro, so if you are somehow still unfamiliar with this insidious process, I will leave a link to that video in the description. Part of the reason why people can't get away with using old phones that would suit their needs perfectly fine is that repairability is terrible and software updates routinely render older hardware borderline unusable.
Yeah.
The gradual decline in quality across the board of consumer goods has been widely...
Dude, I heard that, this could be wrong. I'm sorry, this is something I heard. I heard that Apple, with the AirPods, the left AirPod, which is the one that does all the microphone and the notifications and everything, burns out faster than the right one every time. And so they could easily fix that by normalizing it, but they choose not to because they know it causes you to replace AirPods. It's like you can set it manually if you want to, but you have to do that. It's opt in instead of opt out. And so I think that's so funny.
Recognized in the numbers, and probably in your own experience as well. But one aspect of this that is slightly direct, albeit just as sinister, is the number of hoops that you need to jump through in order to access reasonable prices now. For everyday purchases like groceries, insurance, and travel services, dynamic pricing has become the norm. This is a process where companies will build a profile on you and your shopping habits and use that to individually set prices for different shoppers to extract the highest possible price out of each individual person. A busy professional trying to rush to the grocery store on the way home from work will be more likely to pay a higher price for the same basket of goods when compared to a retiree shopping in the middle.
Or like, what about like our hardworking streamers who need Sour Patch and Liquid Death delivered? You know what I'm saying? They get gouged. Their profile is analyzed, and they get fucking gouged by these greedy corporations.
Of the day. This dynamic pricing, despite being hilariously immoral, also makes it almost impossible to accurately assess what the average consumer will be paying for their statistical basket of goods, because it will change depending on how rich and lazy an algorithm decides they are at any given point in time. There are similar pricing hurdles to this in other areas as well. If you want to get a decent deal at McDonald's these days, you need to download their app, check your daily rewards, and navigate different bundle offers to find the best deal that suits you. If you can be bothered to do all of this, then you might end up spending half as much on the same bag of food compared to someone who had the audacity to think that fast food should come cheap and convenient. So yeah, the statistical strain of keeping up with new and very...
Yeah, I mean, listen, I gave in for the McDonald's app. Not that I particularly am price sensitive, but there's a McDonald's not too far from us. Sometimes we want some stinky nugs. And the deals are good, bro. I don't know what to tell you. It's lame that they everything. Dude, here's one thing I'll tell you though. I'm gonna give this to the US of A. I'm gonna give a point here. In China, everything also has an app. Even though there's a super app that does everything, everything still has an app additionally. And every app takes every single piece of your data. It asks for permission for your fucking, your health data, your, every app at every place. If I'm walking into like a convenience store or whatever, there's an app and it asks for your like location history, your health data, your run speed, your everything, dude. Your navigation, your BMI, your greatest fears, your notes app. Dude, it's crazy. Literally, yeah, you ask, we should ask, get Aiden on here. But we were getting some insane requests on every app.
Expensive technology that has become increasingly essential, the strange way that we count a housing market that has left a lot of people behind, and good old-fashioned corporate cost-cutting. Combined, these have all helped to make it feel like everything.
Imagine the McDonald's app scanning your being and says, "Nah, fam, you need a salad." Your BMI. It's auto-completing your order with a fucking salad.
Thing is outpacing inflation at the same time. Now, those are the statistical nuances that you should be aware of when looking at the headline inflation rate. But even with all of that, this is still a weighted average. All of the statistical trickery in the world shouldn't change basic arithmetic, right? So for the sake of completeness, maybe we should look at what categories have actually been falling below the overall inflation rate in the last 12 months, right? Well, there is good news and bad news there.
Okay.
The good news is that one key category that has actually been falling has a very tangible knock-on effect throughout the entire economy. The bad news is that that category is gasoline and other fuels. And I can't imagine that when the latest CPI is calculated next week, fuel prices are going to maintain their downward trend. Now, I know that a lot of this sounds highly theoretical, and 15 minutes of analyzing weaknesses in government statistical collection probably isn't the most interesting YouTube video you could be watching right now. But I still really wanted to make it anyway, really because of how important it is to everything else in our financial lives that hangs off this inflation figure. We have asked for our pay raise to keep up with inflation.
You know, there's some other parts I would like him to include. I think they've been saying, you know, this is one I wanted to look into, but I don't know enough about at this moment. But one thing that's always bothered me is that when you look at the CPI report, they generally say that health insurance has been going down in cost, but that is not anyone I know's lived experience. But I'd like to know how that's measured. Like, in what world is health insurance getting cheaper? Because that is measurably dragging down the CPI. And it's like, for whom? For whom is that getting cheaper? I don't know how it's measured. I'd love to know more.
Inflation. Make sure our savings are earning interest so we don't lose our spending power, and we generally accept some price increases because businesses need to keep up with, well, inflation. But especially for most of you watching who are statistically younger, early career professionals, it is very likely that your true cost of living is rising much faster than this single measurement might suggest. And if you want further proof of that, go and watch this video next to find out how things are not only getting more expensive, but also systemically worse across basically every industry.
Thank God for YouTube videos, though, that are getting higher quality and still free. Good video, how money works. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was interesting. Mike Green has done some good work on this that I recommend reading about hedonic adjustments, where he is also skeptical of the BLS's choices to count certain things as equivalent to previous things and cheaper, even though really the lived experience is that it's not cheaper. But anyway, worth talking about in the future. Okay, now, I'm going to play a little Slay the Spire 2. I'm going to do one run. Thank you for watching the news portion of the show. We're going to play some Slay the Spire 2. It's been a very fun end of stream thing to do. We've gotten quite a few wild wins, and we're getting very fucking deep into my goal of beating everything on Ascension 10. And then we're probably going to watch episode 1 of The Boys. That is the plan, yes. Okay, here we go. Slay the Spire 2. We have Ironclad at 10, unbeaten. We have Silent at 10. That's right, I got there, unbeaten. We have Regent at 10, defeated. We have Necrobinder at 9. And we have Defect at 10. You guys can vote. This is democracy in action. We're going to poll. I am using the latest beta version of the game with all the most difficult bosses and card nerfs. I do not want to play on the infinite patch. I want to play on the difficult one. So all of this is being done on beta. Votes. Ironclad, Silent, Necrobinder, Defect. Get your vote in. We have 1 minute on the clock. Get your vote in. Your vote counts in this democracy. Any one of these 4, we're going to try to make progress. We had an incredible Necrobinder run last night. A truly crazy run where I think we took 4 damage from enemies the whole run. That shit was wild. But I'd like to do a 10 today. Ideally. I mean, I'll follow the vote, but I'd like it if the Necrobinder... Somebody's got to... Let's go, Defect! Vote D. I need Necrobinder to lose, but I don't want to do another Necrobinder. We just did it yesterday. Vote Defect! Get your votes in! Let your votes be heard! Let's get wild with it. Mail in ballots right now. Mail in ballots for defect. Okay, nice. Nice, dude. And that's called Art of the Steal. That's called putting your thumb on the scale, bro. That's called the demo rats rigging it again. If you don't like it, storm the Capitol. Okay, I'll meet you there and we'll discuss it. The defect. Ascension 10 attempt. Can I beat 2 bosses at the end of Act 3? I don't know. Let's find out. Rest for max HP, kind of lame. Golden Pearl. Ooh. Transform 1 strike, 1 defend. Here's the problem with this one. Is you always transform one thing into like a claw build and one into like a fucking orbs build. And you have 2 different directions. It's a pain in the ass. It's like you... And then also you lose your tasty HP. But we could also just high roll and have a fucking easy run. I'm also 1 click away from a shop. I could just fucking take the money. I could take the money, go here, or go here and fight an elite with it. Can't fight 3 elites, though. Yeah, but that's boring. Gamba! Okay, not bad. Honestly, not bad. Honestly, not bad at all. No, pretty good, high key. So what we're going to want to do is hit some fires, honestly. We're going to want to hit some fires. I need to hit like at least 2 fires. Like this. Maybe like this. Hit 2 fires, hit 2 elites. It's just like, what you really want to find on round 1 is like an elite into a fire into another elite. So that you're safe, so you have an off-ramp. But I don't see that. This path doesn't exist. And so I guess I could try to do this, but that's at the end. I really want to hit a couple fires, like triple. I might even go triple fire, 1 elite at the end. I don't know. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. This is a whack early shot, but 24 damage. Can't do it. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, wait a fucking minute. I'm weak. Oh, God. Yuck. Yuck, dude. All right. Ooh, interesting. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do we take Scrape and just go all in on a fucking physical build? I think so. I think so. Get a claw at the shop? Don't mind if I do. No, I didn't get it. In fact, I got a pretty good other thing. Momentum Strike Hologram. That's not bad for 114. Bing bong. Okay. Wait a minute. We already, the claw deck's coming together. Boom. Boom. Momentum Strike. This is 18. I almost have, dude, I almost have it. But I don't. I'm taking 13 damage, or 10 damage actually, which sucks. Ay. Nothing else. All right. Whatever. Beam Cell. Yeah, we take that. We take that, bro. Okay, this deck is fine. 24 damage. Doesn't work. I'm taking more damage than I would like. I'll be honest with you. I don't like the amount of damage that I'm taking. It's not cool. It's not fun. It's not chill. That was also bad. Theoretically could kill right here. Chat, Prage! Save me 4 HP. Prage! Nice. It's that easy. It's that easy, bro. It's just called being built different. Hologram, the scrape. Hit the scrape. Draw the FTL. Okay, we're winning. I could have won if I did the other thing first, but what are you gonna do? Oh my God! We're getting a fucking run here! Streamer luck? Perhaps. Yeah, we take Feral every day of the week. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. I think we just keep pushing. Holy. We love to see it. Beam Cell first. Then FTL. 36 damage. Can't do it, though. I can't take 14. Just can't do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Damn it all to hell, bro. Damn it all to hell. I'm taking 14 anyway. So unlucky. Charge battery. Not bad. Charge battery, not bad. I do need some block in here. I'll take it. Oh, wait, the plasma card would be pretty good. Charge plasma would have been pretty good. All right, we need to rest. Feral. I do want to play Feral, don't get me wrong. Call me Colin the way I'm going Feral. But I am annoyed to take that much damage. But we'll do it. Okay, hit this. Hit this. I think you guys forgot to put plus. You're putting minus for some reason, but obviously I dropped a banger joke, so it just doesn't make any sense for you to say that it wasn't a banger. With your presentations, do you have resources of where you get the information from? I'm curious looking at it more. The resource is my own mind, and I make it all up. Every single thing in my presentation I made up on the spot. There are no memory companies in South Korea. I was like, what would be cool if memory companies were in South Korea? I just made that up. That's not a real fact. The Strait of Hormuz is not real. I just completely vibe. It's vibes based. It's like improv, dude. I'm just like, it's yes and. Like Samsung's a phone company, bro. They don't make memory. I made the whole thing up. Okay. Dual cast. Thank you. Hit the right target, finally. I'm fucking hitting that. I'm hitting that shit. Okay. Momentum strike. Momentum strike. FTL strike. Gain 2 focus. Gains. Now, all this is crap. We skip it. These rats. Actually, not bad. Not bad. Thank God for Sunder finally coming through in the clutch one time for the 1. Could theoretically kill if this hits the right target. I could double Feral for 10, but that's... Okay, what about Evoke? Yup! So I don't need to... Oh, I can't... Yeah, I can Feral. And then hit this, and then hit this. Yup! That's gas. Hit this. Hit this. Hit this. Okay. Another beam cell? Another hologram, maybe. Wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind a sweeping beam. For a little bit of AoE. Very hard in this game to not have some AoE. You kind of need to get some AoE. I think I take this. Okay. We have to rest. Damn, I'm weak as fuck. Because I have the low max HP. I'm weak as fuck. That's nice. That's a nice hit. I need to smith my feral. Call me Colin the way I'm calling feral. Dude, one guy dropped a +2. One guy dropped a +2. Somebody dropped a +2. Okay. The second time made it hit. I think it was probably deserved a second shake is all I'm saying. Okay. Don't love. What's happening here? I mean, I really want a second defend, honestly, but I guess I mean, this is kind of cooked. I'm taking so much damage. But it'll be fine. I'm not worried. It'll be fine. We will just simply not lose. 15, 9. So that's 24. We're good. This guy needs to die. He's going to run away with my money. Don't let him out of here with my money. Thank God. Okay. And then, bam. Okay. Cool. Voltaic. They nerfed this shit, huh? Didn't this used to be 2? They nerfed this shit. Damn. It was kind of busty. I don't want anything else. I don't want this crap. I can't fight 2 elites, so I have to go here. Maybe I upgrade. Unfortunately, I don't think I can upgrade either. I think I need to rest. I fight 1 elite. Enchant a card with steady. What would be worth... Wait, I can get 2 retain cards? Wait a minute. That seems actually pretty good. What would be worth retaining? Sunder, maybe. Sunder would be worth retaining. For sure. Maybe charge battery. Or hologram. What's Sunder these nuts? Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff, folks. I'll just save my money. This is kind of a good deal, though. Think about it. You're getting 2 for the less of the price of 1. All right, fuck it. Let's do Sunder and hologram. That's pretty good. Okay, now we got to fight an elite. Let's drop a feral. Let's drop a charge block. Let's drop a block. Let's try to take a little bit of damage. Boom. 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 I need to draw some cards. Defend. Hologram. Charge battery. Nice. Nicely done, Big A. I need block cards. I just do. I just do need block cards. I don't know how to fucking make it any simpler than that. I need weak. I need the 0-cost card that gives weak. Because this guy's hitting me like a truck. I guess I just dropped the Sunder. I guess I dropped this actually. FTL. Oh, another defend would be very nice. FTL, momentum strike. Okay, good. Beam cell. Beam cell. Charge battery. Defend. One of these. Okay. FTL. FTL. Can't even take another piece of damage. It's 15 max. I have 2 more turns. What a pain in the dick. Okay. 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 It's so annoying, actually. Defend. Zap. Dude. Oh my god, so much damage. FTL. FTL. Bronze scale's not bad. All these are bad. Skip, skip, skip. We go here. I have to rest again. I like triple rested. This is not a great start, honestly. I want to have all my shit upgraded, but there's no way I beat this fucking fish with 25 HP in this deck. This deck has not come online yet. Just being honest. So we need to play it safe. And I could just rip asunder. I think it's better to set up Zap and get momentum strike to 0. FTL. Oh, gross. I need Feral. Feral needs to come online, and then we need to start beam cell, charge battery, strike. This shit is ugly. Okay, I just hit a fat Sunder here. I hit a beam cell, fat Sunder. Yeah, we're fine. I think we're fine. I'm going to use the fucking flex potion to flex on him. Now, maybe? No, that's the worst time. I just realized. Absolutely not now. That would be no good. Dude, this would be such a good fucking time to have... oh god, ugly. Oh, it's behind the armor. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, we need to do some fucking damage quick, bro. I'm starting to get destroyed here. I'm starting to get fucking destroyed. Wait, I'm dead. Wait, I think I just died. Oh, no. Wait, I think I just died. Oh, I just died. Oh, 7 soldier. Oh, 7. Dirt, dirter. Dirt, dirter. Man, I need to draw something. R.I.P. in pieces. Yeah, it's dead. All right, fish, do your worst. One claw would have been nice. One claw would have been nice. Uno Mas? All right, fuck it, Uno Mas. Let's try it again. Usually you have to get past Act 1 to really count it as a run. Choose one of 2 colorless cards to add to your deck. Remove 1 card from your deck. Lose all gold. Take the fucking risk, boys. I think if I'm being honest, it's kind of fun to do. Well, honestly, it's kind of fun to get the dog shit out of your deck. So that's what I'm going to do. And I will play an honest game, trying my best. Ooh, I love this double fire into an elite, setting up for a late shop second elite. This is a nice path, folks. Eight. When you don't get an early second defend. Bing, bing, bing. I'm trying to protect my health here. Protect my HP. Okay. Oh, there's the claw. Oh, an early claw with a thin deck. Wait, is claw law? Probably boot sequence is the smarter play. But it's like I want to make it happen. I want to make it happen. Well, in that case, I almost should skip this. The only good one to get would be the chosen cheese one where I get 2 picks. I should really take more opportunities to get a claw. I need to like try to maximize my chances of getting a second claw. Should I? I have more defense than any other card. I'm not drawing them. Okay. Oh! Wait a minute! Wait a fucking minute! Double claw first 2. Okay! Wait a minute! Wait a minute. Go for triple. Why not? Why not go for fucking triple for Peepaw? Oh, nice. Wait. Take absolutely 0 damage. This. 16 damage coming my way. I can't even stop it. Fuck this noise, dude. Oh. 7. Ugh. I don't want to waste this. That's going to be too useful. Okay. Not horrible. Probably a sweeping beam. Yeah. Okay. Probably a sweeping beam. Random relic or HP and gold. HP's fine for a late shop, but I need to hit my double rest. Okay, claw. Double strike, defend, strike. 5, 10, 15. We just hold here. Kill him next turn. Yeah, okay. Damn, I should have used Fortifier. Bro. Would have been smart to save my... third claw! Ladies and gentlemen, third claws at the towers! Wait a fucking minute! The dream is so alive. Claws up, folks! Okay. I have to rest. But I want to start upgrading these bad these bad bees. I have to rest. Rest, one upgrade. Fuck you. If this hits... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Actually pretty good. 3 HP to remove a defend. I'll do that every day of the week. Upgrade claw. Potion belt. Okay, not bad. Fight this thing. Willing to use all potions for this. I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Yeah. That was an 8 damage save. Oh, nice. Oh, nice, bro. This one? I'll do it. That's a pure save. Oof. Oof. I need to get him to 75. I just don't have it. I just don't have it. This will be... What, 16? That's 80? I do have it. I do have it. I do have it. Thank the fucking Lord. Okay. Claw! Claw! Alright, are we gonna get this? 36 damage coming my way. I need to get this. That takes me to 20. This is... Yeah, we got it. Oh, thank God. Okay! Candelabra, that's pretty good. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! About time I gotta break this motherfucker. A bulk up! Yes! Okay, wait, this claw deck is coming alive. Triple claw bulk up on first elite? Yeah! I almost want to hit 2 more fires. Like, all I guess... Is there anything I'm going to buy that's better than getting an upgrade on bulk up? I don't think so. I don't think so. Heal 24 HP? Do I really want to spiral defend? Nah, fuck it. Fuck it. Just give me a full heal. A full heal, I go here. I fucking upgrade bulk up. I go here. I do need block of some sort, or I'm just going to lose too much damage on each fight. Like, it will quickly become a problem. But at the very least... Nice. Don't block, just mute them. Nice. Oh, this deck's coming along quite well. Oh my God! I've never gotten this many claws ever! Wait, it is too crazy. Now we need draw. Oh, wait. This is really fucking bad, honestly. Okay. Does anyone know? This is an honest question. They're not hit when you do this. Yeah, okay. Okay. We're taking big damage, but... This is actually pretty fucked. But it actually worked out, thank God. Can I actually kill this? Yeah, that's better. That's better than taking all that bullshit. Okay. And then claw. Claw. Oh my God. We're alive. Skip this. Now here's the big question. Do I need to heal for this fight? I think no. No! I don't. 38 HP. It's got to be. I have no brother heal. The thing is, bro, if I don't heal, I'm just I'm just living La Vida Loca with these fucking claws. I feel like I just upgrade claw, bro, and I let it ride. We have no block. Who needs block when you rush down at the speed I'm rushing down? It's just gonna be so incredible. If I heal, what do I get? 22 HP? Yuck. 60 HP. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need it. Let's fucking go. Okay. I'm already a little scared. First thing I need to do is I need to get my claws up right to the line. Don't break it. Don't break it. Oh, it's going to break from the lightning. Oh, fuck. The fucking lightning's going to break it. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I went too deep. I dug too greedily and too deep, bro. Uh-oh. I was supposed to set up the bulk up. Oh, I did that so wrong. I did that so wrong, bro. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna die, bro. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Oh, I'm so dead. It's crazy. Nah, we're fine, though. Nah, honestly, we're fucking fine, though. Like, I'm not even fucking worried. Nah, like, honestly, though, I think we're fine. Like, I'm honestly not fucking worried. It's all calculated. It's all calculated. HP is a resource. Oh, I think I just lost. 7. I'm 2 off. I'm gonna... I lost my 2 HP! Wait. What does this give me? 4 block. 17 plus 6 is 23. I can't even... I can block exactly 23. Oh, this is so fucked. It's exact lethal by him, and it's 2 HP by me. Dude, that's so fucked. That is so fucked. No, I'm not closing the game. I don't save scum, bro. Never have, never will. No, I lost. I fucked up. I lost. I teach my lesson. Oh, fuck me, dude. There's nothing else I got, huh? If only I had a fucking orb. Maybe he misses. Dude, I actually fucked up so bad. If I just waited a turn, then I would have bulk up early and I could have hit like a truck. Oh, God. You just had to heal. I didn't have to heal. That was a winnable fight with no heal. I goofed on first turn. I didn't think of the fucking lightning. Sad. Sad. RIP in pieces. The Dream Claw deck is dead. One more. One more. Transform 1 card. Let her rip, boys. An FTL? We're thinking a claw deck? You guys thinking what I'm thinking? You guys thinking what I'm thinking? I'm forced. 1 FTL, I'm forced. I'm thinking maybe a claw deck, perhaps? Here, moment of truth. Moment of truth. Interesting. Interesting. We could do a status deck. I take a leap, honestly. I've never felt bad about having a leap in my fucking deck my entire life. I've never felt bad about it. Never even crossed my mind to feel bad about it. It's annoying. Okay. Thank God I had the leap, honestly. FTL kills here. This kills here. Zap, dual cast. Take no damage. Love what I'm seeing. Status deck. Status deck could have been interesting. I don't know if I take any of these just yet. I need damage. Do need damage. I don't know if I take any of these just yet. Or I could take charge battery. It's a little better than average. I'll just take that. Let's try and play open, but still strong. Until we get something good. So far, it's been nice because I've taken like almost no damage in these early fights. Okay, a powers deck. Now that would go well with 2 defensive cards that I've taken. Wait a minute. Now, this is kind of a risky commit because I have no powers yet. But I'll do it anyway because I fucking love the powers deck. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is so fun. Ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Ugly start. These guys are going to really hurt me, I think. 612. Not good at all. Not good at all. Hopefully, we need double lightning on this. Almost. Almost. Okay. Now. How do I want to do this? I almost want just one of the lightnings to hit this. But I don't think I can rely on that. So I'll have to do this. Okay. Kill this. I guess I'm on a new run. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're okay. Another power. Another power. I mean, it's really dumb because I don't have any frost. I can't take this card. I just can't. It would be ludicrous. I don't even have any frost yet. It's too. No, that's ridiculous. That is a ridiculous card to take. I have to skip. Yeah, I'll take this. Okay. Could have gotten some frost. Huh. Huh. I don't want any of this crap. I don't want any of this crap. I'm taking more defense cards. I need to upgrade. One of these leaps, I guess. I mean, I need to upgrade this card, but it's stupid to upgrade it now. I can't even do anything with it. Okay. Okay. How the fuck could you skip a hologram? It's just not that useful with what I'm trying to do. It's not that useful, bro. Subroutine's a dead draw. You're right. You're absolutely fucking right. You're 100% right. It is a dead draw that I'm hoping to turn into a live draw. Ugly. Ugly. I think I have to fucking weak here. It's an investment. It's like I'm buying low so I can sell high. Do you understand? $15? I think we got there. No, we didn't get there. Kill. Kill, 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 kill. Wait. Oh, yeah, we'll die. We'll die. Okay. Okay. Consuming Shadow. Consuming Shadow is a power. Yeah, I take it. That's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we want. We even want to upgrade the Consuming Shadow. Actually, I think we want to upgrade. Subroutine. No, Consuming Shadow. We want to upgrade. Okay. That's not a good relic for what I'm doing. I heal here so I can get another upgrade. Nice. Nice, nice. Upgrade subroutine. Okay. Hit up a elite, then this, then a shop, then this. Okay. Need this thing to die. Start with this. FTL. Consuming. Leap. Nice. Not bad at all, folks. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Subroutine, get it out of the way. It's free. Channel 1 Frost. Dual cast. Leap. Next dual cast should... Oh, they actually just cast. Strike. Strike. Charge battery. Zap. Strike. Charge battery. I don't even think I cool-headed because I want to... Yeah. And then we do 9 damage. Yes. Nice. Okay. Storm! Yes! That is the card I wanted. Storm. Bring the storm. We are the storm. Okay. Yes. Wait a minute. That actually saves this kind of mediocre start. I go here. I need to survive this fight, honestly. This fight's going to be a pain in the ass because I can't play skills. This fight's a pain in the ass. Wait, this fight is such a pain in the ass. Okay, Storm first, then subroutine. You might think that's crazy, but it's smart because I need to get more lightning. Fuck it, we ball. Play this. Fucking leap. Pass. Okay, I think it fucking worked, honestly. Honestly and earnestly. Yeah, I think it worked. And the last one will kill. Oh, no, it doesn't kill. Yeah, it does. Okay. Okay. I might take this just because it combos well with Storm. Like, we're almost doing a Storm thing. Does the final boss have status cards? No, he doesn't. I'll skip it then. At this point, we take all powers. Do you think that? You'd think that, but I think I still have to be a little bit selective. Because I don't want my early turns to be so slow before I get the Storm. I think I'll skip this for now. If the final boss had status cards, I would take it, but I'm not going to. So skip. We hit a shop. We buy another subroutine! Oh, it's coming alive. Wait, can I afford both? Oh, gold-plated cables would be so nice, but I think I have to take this. Oh, gold-plated cables would be so nice. So nice. Take this, though. We take this, and I think we take Master of Strategy. It's a fucking god-tier card. Yeah, we take this. Okay. That's a really good buy. Then we go here. Do we rest? Yeah, of course. Yeah, on this one we rest. On this one we rest. Our lesson has been learned. But honestly, we almost didn't need to. Because this guy sleeps. Power decks crush this guy. Because he sleeps. Okay, let's not fuck it up again. Honestly, I don't think I do it yet. I think I do this. I think I wait. We wait. We wait. Let's play it smart. Let's do Storm first. And let's wait yet again. Let's wait. One more turn of sleep. Then it is all hands on deck. Subroutine. Subroutine. Zap. Let her rip. And then now that I have double subroutine, this should be played for free. Yup. And then I can play expensive protection cards and strikes. So theoretically, this should be totally doable. I don't want to dual cast just yet, I think. Still has more time to charge. Okay. Let's do another zap. Charge battery. Do a defend. Yep. FTL. Leap. Oh. Strike. Strike. Okay. Dual cast should be the winner here. Taking a lot of damage. Thank God I healed. Okay. Oh my God, that wasn't enough. Wait. Oh, shit, bro. Wait. Fuck me. I should have waited. Oh, no. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Where art thou? We're really down to it now. Zap. Strike. Fuck, dude. Oh my God, we're really down to it. I have to kill him here. I don't have it. Wait, I have this. I have the block. Okay. Oh my God. This is 3 damage, 3 damage. I didn't get zap. Oh my goodness. Okay. Gain 8 block. 14 is 28. 28 minus 17. Yeah, I need to cover. Okay. I just hit this. So I have 27, and I just am going to live by fucking nothing. Okay. That's death. We got him. We got him. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Let's go! The dream's alive! Okay. 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 Never any doubt. Never any doubt in my mind. I don't know if you guys were worried. I wasn't. Not even a little bit. Machine learning is probably the pick. It's part of my beautiful powers deck. Rainbow's pretty good, but I think I'm going to take machine learning. Turn dual cast into quad cast. Evoke your rightmost orb 4 times. Huh. I've never used that. That seems really strong. 0 cost if I upgrade it, probably. Evoke your rightmost orb 4 times. If I did a dark kind of thing, a dark build, I mean, I have this. Consuming Shadow. It seems really good, but I also think upgrade 6 cards. I need to upgrade this. I'd like to upgrade... Not really that so much. Upgrade 6 random cards, though. What if it just hits these fucking 6 and I kill myself? This one's terrible. Thunder would go crazy here. I guess I'll just try this. I haven't used it. And I am doing like an orbs build. We'll just try it. We'll try it. Quadcast. Okay. What do we need? We need more powers cards and more defense cards. That's what we need. Ideally, I'd like a rainbow, honestly. Let's go here. Hit this. Hit this. Yeah, I mean, pretty much avoid elites on this route. Or go here and hit 4 shops, elite. Nah, this kind of sucks. Well, does it? Am I strong enough to fuck around? That's the question. I think we go this way. Okay. Dude, we just don't have the defense. We just straight up don't have the defense. I can't be taking 24 damage off the rip opening hand. I need some fucking defense, but I have... Dude, that's actually just a bad start. That's a bad opener. That's such a bad opener, bro. I can't. I have to maybe draw here. That's good. Thank God. Okay, I think it's just Storm Machine Learning Leap. And then Quadcast? Maybe. Fuck it. Can I do 14 damage? 7/7? No. Makeys. Should I try anyway? No, it's not good. It's not good, folks. It's not good. Fully blocked at least. Subroutine. Taking too much damage, unfortunately. Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod, maybe okay. Maybe. It's not great. I feel so light on defense. What does this upgrade into? 0 cost. I have to upgrade that. I skip. Yes, I skip, but I'm not happy about any of this. Master of Strategy. I think we just play it. We don't worry so much about... What is this? 6 evoke 4 times? No. Okay. Storm. Okay. A quad cast here is quite good. This should break it, yeah. All right. I mean, the deck is coming online in a small way, but not in what you might say is a big way, if that makes any sense. It's like okay. Oh, another storm helps. That helps a lot. That helps a lot. That helps a lot. I need upgrades, honestly. I need upgrades. Add decay. Wait! When you play a power, deal 8 damage to all enemies? For a powers deck, that sounds pretty fucking good. Yeah, we'll take it. I have to remove that now, but... Wait, this is going to be Beast. Of course, I draw no powers in my opening game. And I draw Decay. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Fuck off. Okay, so... Theoretically... Well, Master of Strategy. Play a Storm. Then a subroutine. Then an FTL. Then a quad cast. Oh, I didn't do that right. Ugh. Gross. Okay. This deck is now good. This deck is now good. I think I take every single power regardless. I think I just take every single one at this point. And I just need to upgrade the storms. Dude, I'm just bleeding out from not having enough block. It's just shitty. I gotta just drink this. Cool-headed would not be enough. It's not a bigger deal than that. Leaping Lizards. Okay, this deck is insane like a few turns in. Like, once it gets going, it's just crazy. But it... Oh, Shadow Shield, maybe. Or Boost Away. Or even Compact. Actually, I think Boost Away might be really good. Because I have this. And I can fit it in with powers. I guess Shadow Shield is fine. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll take this. I need to rest, but I also really need to upgrade Storm. I guess I have another couple fires. So let's upgrade Storm. Kill this. Oh, kind of spooky. Kind of spooky. Okay. Why not heal next? Because theoretically, I don't have to. And I'm trying to optimize for that. That's still a lot of damage. I'm fucking... Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Okay. Okay. Skip this. Go here. That's just one more elite. One more elite. One more elite. And we gotta rest. Gotta kill this without too much damage. Gotta kill this without too much damage. That is the fucking problem. Oh my god, it's so strong. Dude, all the storms are at the end. This is such a disgustingly ugly start. Thank fucking God. That's actually such a lucky hit. Yes! Save me some fucking life. Okay. $16, $24. Okay. I don't want Tesla coil. No, I don't want any more attacks. I want defense. I might get another fucking leap, honestly. Hand of God, I might squeeze another leap in here. All I have to do is live. No, I won't. I won't. Okay, one more rest. Upgrade the second lightning at the end. This deck is so close to online. 6 damage, 7 damage, 7 damage. Seven 14. Okay. That's a kill, right? Yep. Cool-headed. Cool-headed I could maybe take to get more powers. I'm just not going to get the upgrades. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. We have a lot of energy. We don't have good cards. Finally. Finally, dude. Okay, wait, finally. Finally, the deck's starting to work. If I could find a way to make some of this shit innate. Okay, this deck is crazy. It just needs a beginning. It just needs a beginning. I don't need this. 44. I'm not healing. I'm not healing. Fuck you. I'm not healing. I'm double storing. I'm not healing. I'm not healing. Oh, we start with a storm. It's over. We are the storm. I'm gonna fucking do this. Uh-huh. Yup. I'm gonna do... I guess I'll fit a dark in there. It's a very good start. 18 damage coming my way. We're not worried about it. Let's get the 18 figured out. Okay. Do I even quadcast? Yeah. Just a lot of damage for the cost. 31! Yikes! Do these count as statuses? They do. Okay. I'm taking so much fucking damage, it's crazy, but no, but I'm just gonna die. I'm just maybe gonna die, but we are blitzing down. We are blitzing down, folks. Quadcast wins. Quadcast wins. Yes! Nice! Okay. Okay. Reward. Consuming Shadow again. Rainbow. It's got to be Consuming Shadow. I guess. I mean, if I'm invoking both leftmost orbs, I'm never going to get any fucking orbs. But it's just got to be. It's got to be Consuming Shadow. Another power. Because that's 2 lightning, 2 dark. Yeah. Or we pivot into a claw deck with Adaptive Strike. What if we do the late game 3rd area pivot into claw? Let me this. This would be a literally instant lose click. This would be an instant lose. Psy is the insta click. Wow, not even a thought. That's gonna help me so much. Wow, that's such a good. Okay, that's awesome. Let's go 1, 2, 3 here. Hit this. Yeah. And then from here. Well, I want to hit some fires, so it could also be. Yeah, wait, it's actually this. Hit this shop. Go this way. Yeah, it's this. Okay. Hog. I don't like these guys. They piss me off, honestly. But I'm not super worried just yet. Have not gotten any of the starter cards that I need to get going. So that's kind of fucked. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Grab one of these. Channel 1 Frost. Machine learning. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Subroutine. Okay, once this gets going, oh, baby! Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Once it gets going, it's pretty good. Nice. Okay. Okay. It's online. It's online. This is nice. I'll take this. This is nice. You never know. If it starts well, it's really good. Jesus Christ, dude. 4x6. Oh my God. That's so much. It's free? Okay, now he's taking off. Okay, okay. Dude, it's crazy because once you have 2 subroutines, yeah, you generate energy from playing a power. This way. $19 podcast. Spooky, 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 spooky. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Have to leap here. God, I'm still taking damage in a way that I wish I wasn't. Okay. Do I have enough powers left to still... Oh my God. Oh my God. 45? Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh my God. Ow! Ouch! Oh, Jesus. Chaos is okay, but it's just okay. I just want only powers. I want only powers. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Dude, this is so much damage coming at me right away. 22 damage off rip. Fuck me. Uh-huh. No, it's not even worth quadcasting. I need a turn anyway. This deck wants a boot sequence. It wants one so bad. It's crazy how badly it does want a boot sequence. I don't need this regen potion as well. Okay. Big shop. Big fucking shop. Retain your hand. Cloak clasp. Heal. Interesting. This is all in all a dog shit shop. But Cloak Clasp is probably my best bet. Feral is the worst power you can imagine for what I've got. I probably can't, in good conscience, click it. How many... 6 times 5 is 30. So I would heal 18 HP on a rest site. That's pretty good, honestly. Wait, that's a good... I gotta take that. And I can afford this? Okay, we take both. We take another power? A 2-cost Feral that I don't have to upgrade? No, I'm taking that. I'm not taking that. Chaos probably is worth it at 36. Probably. But also probably not. So I'm skipping. Potion belt. Not bad. Okay, we got to heal. We got another heal. Okay, we're back. We're out of the depths. We're out of the depths, folks. Oh, Lord above. We gotta rip this right off the rip. Honestly, glass would be not bad. Storm. Glass. Thunder. Leap. Winnable. Winnable. Everything's about to get really hard. Oh man, we're about to take some fucking damage. Dude, everyone hits like a goddamn truck in the first few turns. It's crazy. But we also hit like a truck, it seems. So honestly, those guys got kind of fucked up. Capacitor is a great power to pick up. I don't think I need to heal again. I think I can draw 4. 0 cost subroutine. 0 cost quad. Energy is not even my problem. It's draw. It's I don't know. Maybe it's capacitor. It's probably that. I mean, it's draw. Draw is my biggest problem. I just need to draw cards. So I gotta upgrade the draw cards. That's what I gotta do. Storm. Consuming Shadow. No, this deck needs something else, bro. It needs more draw. I need to like. I need to take every cool headed I could get. I think I fucked up. Like I need to be hitting 6 powers in the first 2 turns, and I'm not doing it. Okay. Well, I'm not dead, but damn, this is gonna be a fucking painful ass turn. I want the thunder to all evoke. Oh, come on. Kill one, kill one, kill one. Kill one and it's good. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? 1 HP? Every single one hit the left guy down to 1? What a joke. What a joke, dude. Oh my goodness. It has to be Storm. It has to be Storm. It has to be Storm. These are all great though. It has to be Storm. It has to be Storm. I have to fight this too. Jesus Christ, dude. The amount of damage is so disgusting. Okay. Dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Finally a turn. Finally a turn. Finally a turn. Finally a turn. Can I play everything? 1, 2, 3. I think I have to do subroutine in the middle. Okay. Draw me some fucking powers. Draw me some fucking powers. Oh! Anchor! Oh, thank the gods above, Anchor! A little fucking late. A little fucking late. A little fucking late. But I did want to... I want an Anchor. Oh, wait. This is not a good enough deck for 2 bosses. I don't think it's good. I'm going to run out of powers. I'm going to run out of powers. I'm going to run out of powers. Quadcast will save you? Maybe. Maybe. Probably need to heal here. 22. Probably need to go in full HP. I don't know that any one card is gonna do it. Innate machine learning is a massive waste of this turn. Like, better evoke damage might be better, or double storm will be better. But I got no potions. I'm not scared of Doormaker. Yeah, I'm scared of this test subject. But I think I need a max HP. Nothing's going to be better than a fucking extra turn to live. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so let me think about this. I don't want to waste all the damage, so I will play this, and I will play this, but I won't play anything else. And now we have to do 500 damage. which I think we can do. But I'm already about to take such a fucking disgusting amount of damage. I'm already gonna take a disgusting amount of damage off rip. Oh, thank God I fucking rested. Okay. But we can and will. There's no draw. Dude, what a disgusting amount of damage. It's crazy. Oh, I get it back. Wow, that's crazy. This is fine. This guy's got a lot of HP, bro. Guy's got a lot of fucking HP. I'll be honest with you. This is so fucking wild. I'll be honest with you. 6 HP going into the final. God damn it. If that's even if I win here, which I don't think I will. No, I lost. Damn tough, bro. Fucking tough. GG 07. Ugh. New door maker. I was on the 3. If I should have struck, could have killed him. Okay. Well. Tough run. Tough A10 run, folks. I had lethal with strike, yeah, but I was going to lose to the next guy. Thanks for watching. Fun stream. I'm not going to do the boys today because it's 10:45, but we will do it tomorrow. Because I don't even have a presentation for tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll do, might do 2 actually. Fuck it. If you haven't watched the boys and want to watch it with chat, we're going to do a big presentation tomorrow. Thanks for watching. 07s. Appreciate you. See you tomorrow on Thursday at like maybe even a little early because my parents are coming at night to watch. My parents are coming into town. We're going to have dinner with Stanzas and see the Lakers game. 07s. Goodbye.